The woman, relying on the fact that she would soon become the president's wife, actually spilled a cup of water onto an employee's computer. She thought the employee was watching cartoons during work hours, without realizing that the employee was actually studying the latest 3D animation technology. The employee angrily accused the woman of causing serious trouble, but the woman not only believed she had done nothing wrong, she even fired several outstanding employees. The woman had no idea that her actions would eventually cost her billions of dollars in compensation. It turned out that just a few days earlier, the woman had gone on her first date with the president. Arrogantly, she put forward two conditions for the date. Not only that the president should hand over all his personal assets to her, but also that he should give her control over his company. The president thought the woman was out of her mind and was about to leave when his secretary suddenly called him on a remote line. It turned out that the president had to attend an important meeting in 5 minutes. The president simply told his secretary, "No problem," and then hurriedly left. Unexpectedly, the woman misunderstood and thought the president had agreed to her conditions. She immediately imagined herself as the president's wife. The woman had a younger brother and a younger sister. They came along today to accompany her on the date. To satisfy her vanity, she took her brother and sister to visit the president's company. But as soon as they entered, the company's security guards and receptionist stopped them because the woman had no appointment record. The woman was furious. She was about to become the president's wife, and yet an ordinary receptionist dared to block her way. Just at that moment, the president's secretary happened to be passing by. He didn't know anything about the president's date. Seeing the woman's confident expression, the naive secretary actually believed that the president had fallen in love with her at first sight and had already proposed to her. The secretary quickly invited the woman and her siblings to tour the company. The woman strutted arrogantly through the company, and to show off her management skills, she actually decided to fire 2 employees who had graduated from Harvard. Everyone was astonished. How could a total stranger have the authority to fire employees? But the woman was completely dismissive. She ordered the secretary to immediately process the employee's dismissal paperwork. The secretary felt troubled, as he had to call the president for confirmation first. Unexpectedly, the woman confidently agreed. The secretary immediately called the president. Meanwhile, the president was in a meeting with the general manager of Company A. The president's assistant received the secretary's call. The secretary didn't directly mention that the woman wanted to fire employees, but instead used a more tactful expression. He asked whether the president had invited the woman to manage the company, and also said that the woman claimed to be the president's lover. The assistant immediately relayed the message to the president. Coincidentally, a few days earlier, the president had indeed appointed the woman he secretly loved to help him manage the company. However, the woman he loved was named Mary, while this woman's name was Anna. The president thought the woman at the company was Mary, so he ordered the secretary to follow her instructions. Although the secretary felt something was off, he still took the employees to complete the dismissal procedures.